Hi there, I hope you're doing well. Today we're taking a look at messages from your spirit guides. This could be in regards to anything that you're going through in life that your guides think is important to talk about. I do want you to know that I do offer personal readings on my Instagram, so if you're interested, you can message me on there. But we have three groups over here. We have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. What I want you to do is choose one of these groups that you feel called to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box down below, and you can jump right to your reading. So without further ado, let's get into group number 1. Hi, group number 1, I hope you're doing well. This card over here is giving us information on who your spirit guide is that we're talking to, the energy that your spirit guide holds. First, we'll see who it is, and then we'll see what the message is about, and we'll move on to the message. So let's take a look at who the spirit guide is that is going to be coming through here to communicate with you. We have Stargazer, set your sights higher. I do sense that this is a bit of a younger energy. I do sense masculine, not just because of the image on the card, but I'm also kind of sensing a younger masculine. Now, this doesn't mean their age is young. That's not how this works. It feels like it's like almost like their first or one of the first few projects that they're working on when it comes to you. So there is quite a lot of motivation here on their part when it comes to supporting you on this journey. I'm also sensing a lot of like new ideas, like they're wanting to explore new unique ideas with you. So this could come through in the form of you feeling almost like experiencing things that a lot of people don't experience in their lifetime. This could also come through as you receiving ideas that are very like different and may come across a little bit weird to other people, but it almost like there's this kind of I can't pinpoint the word, but almost like eccentric kind of out of like, oh, the black sheep of the family, kind of out of the ordinary. That's the kind of vibe I'm sensing that this spirit guide really likes to push into your life. We have set your sights higher. I do also feel that this spirit guide has a lot of dreams for you, dreams that you might think is like not even like how are you gonna get there ever, and you might have a sense that you're meant to go far in life, and I feel like that sense that you're feeling is the trust that the spirit guide has in you and in your journey. So a very ambitious kind of energy I'm sensing from this guide of yours. Yeah, you might also like to dress like really well as well, and maybe you have a very unique style, and I feel like that's also kind of something that is showing through you, that is a bit of the energy of the spirit guide, if that makes sense. Anyways, let's take a look at what the message is from the spirit guide to you. What is this regarding? I'm gonna get one of these shits, and these shits hold some significant parts of our lives. We'll see what this message is regarding, like what part of your life is it going to be about. So let's get one here from the spirit guide. What is this message about, spirit? It's about your love life. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so first let's take a look at what is actually happening in your love life, and then we'll see what the message is. What is happening in group number 1's love life, spirit? What are the energies surrounding group number 1's love life? Free yourself. Pay attention to the red flags. You guys seem quite stuck in certain patterns. There's almost this energy. I do feel for some of you watching, you do have fear of being vulnerable and being intimate with someone. For others of you, you're dealing with a lot of individuals that who have this fear of settling down, of committing. I do also feel that perhaps you are feeling pulled towards individuals that have a lot of red flags that are not the healthiest for you. with the pay attention to the red flags though, I'm hearing family. So this basically is telling me that the kind of people you are attracting into your love life have a direct kind of link to what feels familiar to you from when you were growing up. So this doesn't have to necessarily be your parent figure. This could be just people that you saw around you that you were very comfortable around, that didn't necessarily have the best ways of loving or best traits. That's something that you're kind of attracting when it comes to romantic partners, where you do feel comfortable, but again, they don't have the best traits, or they don't have the best ways of loving others. Free yourself is coming through here, and it seems like you guys are the unicorn. You see, like, that's what I was sensing. Like, you're not the horse. You're there's something, you're special. You're different, and it seems like you need to be really realizing your own worth at this time, because you're almost like prisoned. Your energy is quite precious, and the people that you're attracting in love are really wanting to contain you in a way, but they're not doing that by like loving you and holding you. They're doing that by almost getting you stuck in certain cycles with them, where they might not even have to give you much, but you're still kind of stuck on them. So it's very psychological, is what I'm sensing. And it's kind of in your being at this point to be attracted to these people and to be stuck in these cycles. And I won't be surprised if the message is more so around that and what you need to be doing about this. I don't know, but it is your spirit guide. But we'll see what the message is about. But that's the kind of energy I'm sensing here currently from your love life. And it's saying set your sights higher. So don't be treated like a horse. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm coming up with these such weird examples, but don't be like treated like you deserve this. You don't deserve this. You deserve way better, and your spirit guide is really wanting you to reach for that better instead of staying stuck with where you are. Okay, let's take a look at what we can find out about this message. What is the message here that you have for group number 1? Spirit guide, what is the message that you have here for group number 1 regarding their love life? Okay, we have the strength card, and then we have the 9 of Pentacles. You guys are heading towards a lot of success. There is a lot of prosperity coming your way, that you need to be really in the right headspace and be in a stable place in your life in order to receive this and make the most of it. Because your energy, how stable you are within, will attract the amount of abundance. So if right now you're kind of thrown off your guard due to certain emotional situations, it's going to directly impact your success, and you are meant to be successful in this lifetime. Okay, with the strength here, your spirit guide is really wanting you to be strong. You are strong. You forget that you're strong, and it almost feels like you let your emotions kind of overwhelm you, and your spirit guide is really wanting you to be practical at this time. This is not the time to let your emotions guide you. This is the time to let your mind guide you. And there are times in our lives when we need our heart to lead the way, but then there are times when you need the mind to lead the way. And right now it's time for you to lead your mind. Let your mind lead the way, okay? Because I feel like success is meant to be yours in this phase of your life. But if you let your heart step in, if you let your emotions step in, you might not be able to make the most of these energies. I also sense that it's like your spirit guide is really kind of almost like in a fun way, being like, what are you doing? Like, remember who you are. Like, you are the lion. You are this unicorn here. Remember who you are. Remember your power, and don't let people that won't have any effect on you in the future ruin your present, okay? Because they won't. They literally won't have any effect on your future. These people that come into our lives that are here to teach lessons, they will not be a part of our future. Some will, But it seems like right now the people that you are involved with romantically won't. So it's time to invest in yourself, because you're going to have you for the rest of your life, not these people. What is the message here from the spirit guides? Okay, Five of Wands in the reverse. You know, it feels like, you know, there is a part of us, honestly, I have this part too. Drama. What's the tea? Very interested in the drama that's going on around. Very like curious. You hear your neighbor fighting, you want to peek out the window, see what they're fighting about. But this is not the time for that. This is not the time to invest in friendships that are full of drama. It's not the time to invest in people that are really pulling you in situationships and don't actually have anything solid to offer you. The universe is really wanting you to shut these energies out. They're wanting you to step away from these energies, not participate in anyone that is offering you drama. Like if it feels like you're in a movie, that's not your story. You're not meant to be in a movie right now. You're meant to be really focusing on building a future for yourself. And that's a different kind of movie. That's not a movie where there's a lot of drama, but that's a movie that people are feeling very inspired to watch. You want to be living a story here that people are inspired to watch, not where people are like, ooh, what's going to happen next? That's not your story right now. And these messages are coming through quite like focused and quite seriously, if that makes sense. Like, and I feel like this is your guides kind of speaking through here. Very focused. Like you need to be focused. You cannot be distracted by these energies that will not have impact on your life in the long term. But if you do get impacted by these energies in the now, your future will look a lot different. So they're asking you to really step away from any kind of connection, not necessarily romantic, but any connection that you're emotionally involved in that is bringing drama in your life, because that is not where your focus needs to go. What is the message from the spirit guide? What message do you have for this group, spirit? We have Ace of Swords talking about being focused. This card is all about being focused. The Ace of Swords talks about being very clear in your head about what you want and not settling for anything less. I'm sensing Queen of Swords energy, King of Swords energy, where you're really putting yourself first here and being focused on the path that you're on and where you want it to go as well. There's also communication coming in here. Regarding certain plans that you have in life. This could be career plans, personal goals, but I do sense communication coming in, which will really require a lot of your focus. It almost feels like communication coming in where you're either getting an offer or someone is revealing something that's going to require a lot of your focus. But if you are invested in like emotional drama, you won't be able to give your all to this communication that is coming in, and it is important. This communication is quite important that is coming in. Ace of Swords is also saying this is the time to speak your truth. This is not the time to basically hide your emotions or hide your intentions and step back. This is the time to really step through, step forward, take the lead, you guys. We have Seven of Wands coming up over here as well, and this is all about setting those healthy boundaries and saying no to certain things. I feel like you guys, like, there's a lot that you need to work through emotionally. Maybe some of you have been working through it, but there is still a lot more to come, or a lot more to work through. But right now is just not the time. Like, whatever you're doing right now is gonna be very, very significant to your future stability in your career wise. So in a way, even though the love message, the love card came through here, that this is a message is about love, it's almost saying it's about self-love. How much are you investing in yourself right now? And that is going to determine the amount of love from others that you end up receiving in the future. So don't be afraid to say no and protect your peace, protect your happiness. 10 of Cups is ultimate fulfillment, and I do feel this is where you're meant to go. But the only way you're gonna get there is if you're focused, if you're willing to speak your truth, if you're willing to say no to the drama and have the courage to actually speak the truth. So it's almost like the way these cards are laid out is like you need to be saying no to this side. You need to be saying yes to courage, to truth, to get to this final outcome, which is love, which is happiness, which is blessings. The rainbow is very significant. Every time in your life you see a rainbow, it is a reminder. It is asking you to be focused with where you're meant to be going. And I feel like you will see a rainbow when there's a lot of drama happening in your life. So throughout your life, pay attention to when you're seeing the rainbow and just know that that is a reminder. It is reminding you whatever you're doing right now is not where you're supposed to be. So be focused, adjust your life, adjust your path according to where it is that you wish to go. Wow. Well, that's quite powerful, but that is all I'm picking up here for you guys. That's the end of the message. I hope it resonated. If it did, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Group number 2, we are taking a look at messages from your spirit guides. And first, we're going to take a look at who your spirit guide is. And this is the card that is going to be revealing that information, the energy that your spirit guide holds. And then we'll take a look at what this message is about, and then we'll move on to the actual message. So let's take a look at who your spirit guide is. We actually have 3 cards for you. In group number 1 and group number 3, we have 1 card, but for you guys, 3 cards came through. And also, let's take a look at these cards. We have She-Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within. We have Hermit, Retreat and Recharge, and we have Warrior, Be Fearless and Stand Strong. And I do sense these are 3 energies of 3 different spirit guides that are currently guiding you through your life. I do feel also these 2 energies are a lot more stronger and play a much bigger part in guiding you than this one. This feels almost like they step in when they're needed, or they step in a certain part of your life. And they kind of trust you to figure it out, but when they feel like you're kind of getting off path, that's when they step in. So this is a very kind of chill, laid back kind of spirit guide. They like sit on the couch, and then not on the couch, but they sit back, and then okay, they're like, okay, she got this, or they got this, whatever, they got this, and then they're like, oh, now I'm needed, and then they go in, and then they go right back. These 2 energies, however, are very like, they're very focused on you at all times. They're very much being careful with your journey, and it's like they're keeping your path quite narrow, quite focused. And I do feel these are kind of affecting overall your life, where this is almost like just one specific area. So let's talk about what these energies are. So first of all, let's take a look at the spirit guide here. I do feel this is a very mature energy. This is the energy of someone that is very earthy as well. This could be the energy where you'll notice when you go in nature, you do feel very stable. You do feel very empowered. And I feel nature is somewhat connected to the spirit guide. They might be connecting with you through nature. That could be birds, bird feathers, animals, trees, flowers. Like they kind of provide you with energy to recharge through these energies. And they're the backbone of your life. That's what I'm sensing. Like they are kind of helping you, guiding you, keep your stability or keep your life together in a way. They're the backbone of your life. That's what I keep sensing. They are also the one that are really guiding the destined changes through your life, or they're guiding you through the destined changes. And they're just making sure that you hit the checkpoints in your life. at the right time in the right way. But I'm sensing it's like they're very much focused on you. So even though I'm trying to read their energy, I'm still just reading how they're affecting your life. But only things I can pick up is this is a very mature energy, and this is a very old energy from the spirit guide. When it comes to this she wolf unleashed the wild within, this is a very wild kind of energy I'm sensing from the spirit guide. I'm also sensing a bit of impulsive energy from the spirit guide, where also a bit like they when you're taking things too long. I cannot speak. When you're taking too long for certain things, this spirit guide really steps in and pushes you to make progress. And they might do it in a bit of a way that is unpleasant but is necessary. This is the spirit guide that is not afraid to put you through a little bit of pain to end up getting you in a lot of happiness. So they could be the one to push certain situationships out of their life. They could be the one to fail certain career opportunities so the better ones will enter your life. Like this spirit guide is like really motivated and intense when it comes to you getting to where you need to be. Where this one holds a bit more patience, this one does not hold patience. Like if if they feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, they will push you out of your comfort zone. They won't keep asking you over and over, they will push you. That's the kind of energy this spirit guide has. I know there is a feminine on the card, but I do still sense this is another masculine energy. Like this is not as old energy as this one, but this is still a masculine energy that I'm picking up from this card. Okay. Now this energy, I already mentioned, I'm picking up a very kind of chilled back energy from this spirit guide. This is a bit of a younger energy than these two, but also a very trusting energy I feel from the spirit guide. Like they trust you a lot more to be independent. Because the spirit guide also has a very independent energy. Like they don't seem to mingle. Like they're not like a part of this. There's a lot of independence here when it comes to this specific card. Be fearless and stand strong. For some reason, I thought it was going to say be fearless and stand alone. Anyways, this spirit guide really wants you to be independent, and I feel like that's how they kind of move forward towards you, encouraging your independence. I feel like we talked a lot about these spirit guides, but let's take a look at, actually I'm going to move these cards to the side. Let's take a look at what the message is. We're going to get one card, so they all kind of have to come together to give one message regarding one area of your life. But what is that area? So these chits here have different things on them, significant areas of our life, and we'll see which area of your life do you currently need guidance on. So let's take a look here. This card came off our group number 1 as well, love. So it seems you need guidance on your love life, or the message that they have for you is about your love life. Let's take a look at what is currently happening in your love life, then we'll see what the message is about. Group number 2, what is currently happening in their love life. How strange is this? Free yourself came off for group number 1 as well. They had love, they had free yourself. Group number 2, what message do they, okay, no. Group number 2, what is happening in their love life, Spirit? What is currently happening in group number 2's love life? It says getting to know each other. So it seems like right now there are people that you're interested in. There could be one specific person, or there could be a lot. Not a lot, like a few. But you're still in the process of getting to know someone. There's still a lot here that you don't know about this person that you might be interested in, or these people that you might be interested in. With the free yourself, there is a tendency here, this fear within, whether you're conscious of it or it's in your subconscious, where you have fear around actually opening yourself up to someone. a lot of the times people in their imagination, they are wanting or desiring this real solid relationship, and it's like they keep their whole life, they're just wanting that solid relationship, but when it actually comes in, they don't know how to actually create it. This might be because they don't have experience, they spend a lot of time imagining, or they just have a lot of fear. You seem to have some sort of barrier around you that prevents you from actually forming that relationship. For some of you, this is just fear of intimacy. Another, you're choosing partners where you're not able to form that deep connection because they have certain barriers also. But it just feels like with the free yourself, avoidance, there is this avoidance here within yourself, like this sort of anxious vibration within you that kind of pushes you back, or that pulls you back from when the opportunity comes to actually form the connection. You could also, as I mentioned already, dealing with people that have the same energy, that kind of avoid that intimacy, that avoid that real authentic connection. But it feels like it's kind of mirrored here. It's mirrored, and it almost feels like it's time for you to actually look at this. Like they're wanting you to turn around and face this issue head on, because it seems like moving forward, you are going to be having opportunities to practice whatever this barrier is, practice breaking this barrier. Yeah, let's see what the message is. Group number 2, Spirit, what is this message about their love life? What message does the Spirit guides have for group number 2 around their love life? 9 of Wands, talking about barriers. You have been hurt in the past. This is what the Spirit guides want you to know. You have been hurt in the past, and you have done your healing. They don't understand. They do understand. But they need you to understand why you are still holding back, why you are still afraid. You have done your healing. Whatever has happened has taught you a lot, but you weren't meant to learn to create these walls around yourself. You weren't meant to be passing on these issues in your future relationships. Because with the 9 of Wands coming out here, it feels like that's exactly what is happening here. You have been hurt. You've dealt with people that had their walls up. They weren't willing to let you in, and it broke you. But now you are the person that is kind of still holding back and not letting people come through, which is in a way breaking them also. This is the time to really look at this. This is the time to see where you are passing on wounds onto others. There is a very innocent energy here around you, a very gentle kind of energy of someone that is naive, someone that is wanting to offer you something, but this person isn't doing it super well because they don't know how to do it super well. But it feels like it's being met, this person's energy is being met with quite intense, harsh energies that you might be bringing them. Also, I'm picking up a message. Now, the story that I'm playing out right now for you, of walls up, a gentle offer coming in. For a lot of you, this is your energy. For a few of you watching, this is the opposite energy, where you might be the one presenting this kind of offer to the other person where they have their walls up. Either way, the way I'm delivering this message is supposed to help you understand the situation better. So take it how it resonates, whether you're on the side with the walls up or the side with the gentle offer, okay? But I'm going to keep delivering this message how it's coming through. Yes, so there is an offer coming through here where there is a lot of gentleness, but it's being met with a lot of harshness, a lot of blocked energy. And what that's happening is this person here doesn't have prior experience when it comes to dealing with these intense blocked energies, so it's going to create a lot of fear within them also. It's going to make them not want to be gentle anymore. It's going to make them not want to be naive anymore. So just know that this is currently being passed on. judgment. Judgment is about your life's calling. It's your true purpose in life. But this is also a deep soul's pull towards the right direction. Right now, you're really being guided to, instead of focusing on your emotions, focus on your intuition, focus on that heart's pull, because it's going to lead you towards acting the right way. It's going to lead you towards doing things the right way. Judgment is here to make a change. This card is showing up because your path, the path that you're on, something is pulling you elsewhere. There's a shift. The way you have been living your life, your perspective on certain things, there is a shift coming, and you're really being guided to follow this pull. If you sense something, focus more on what it is, because I do feel that there is more to be discovered. There are more messages here to be received in regards to this situation. So don't be so fixated on how you think things are, how they have been. Rather be open to what the possibilities are, what possibilities lie ahead. I do feel that moving forward, there's going to be communication happening between you and a certain someone. Communication is coming in, and you have to be very careful with the way you approach the situation. It seems like, it almost feels like you're doing a test here, or there's a test happening. And how you answer these questions are going to be very, like, it's going to help you be someone. It's going to help you point out who you are as a person. I feel like there's communication happening. This is either happening through text messages, because I'm sensing like answers being given. And when we usually have a conversation, we just talk. It doesn't feel like answers. It just comes naturally. But when we're typing out a message, it feels like these are answers that are being given. I feel like there is a communication happening that's going to be quite significant with someone, and you need to be really, integrity is the word that keeps coming up here. Stay with your integrity when it comes to this conversation. Queen of Cups. Your emotions. You in the past have learned how to balance out your emotions. Right now, you just need to focus on how you can balance out your fear. With the Queen of Cups, these messages are coming in, and you're being guided to be your sensitive self. You're being guided to be in tune with your emotions. Don't hold back. Sink within your emotion. It's interesting. Sink within your emotions. Don't hold back, but deliver those messages with sensitivity, with gentleness, and express your emotions in a more feminine way. Now, I don't know what that means by feminine way. Could you clarify, Spirit? Don't run away from it, basically. When they say feminine way, I'm almost sensing the toxic masculine here that tends to run away when the feminine is really trying to be vulnerable. Yeah, I think in this world, it's considered feminine is more like deep internal kind of receiving energy, where the masculine is more action oriented. They're asking you to be more in your feminine energy during this conversation, and don't be avoidant. Don't be running away. Now, as I was mentioning at the beginning or in the middle, where there are two groups watching. One is where you're trying to give and the other person has their walls up. The other is you have your walls up and someone is trying to give to you. There's communication coming up, and both of you need to be kind of vulnerable in the communication instead of running away or avoiding or pretending like it's not happening. So whichever side you're on, there's definitely communication here that is coming up. What is the message here, Spirit? What is the message, Spirit guides? Page of Swords. They're asking you to, I do feel, whatever this communication is going to lead to newness in your life. It's going to lead to new opportunities. It's going to open your mind. It's going to open your heart. It's going to break down these barriers, whatever this communication is. If you were to move through this communication in that more gentle way, It's going to break down a lot of barriers. It's going to open your mind to new possibilities and new experiences. And I do sense this connection here coming up. What is this connection coming up? King of Swords. I do sense a connection coming up with someone that is going to become quite clear about you moving forward. This connection is going to be someone that's quite practical, quite intimidating as well. And I feel like you already know this person. Everyone watching, you already know this person. And they're going to be very honest moving forward. They're going to be very clear with you and not willing to actually take action towards you. A new side of this connection, or a new side of connection, will be seen by you moving forward. And all your spirit guides want you to know right now is work on breaking down your walls, work on opening yourself up to seeing things differently. What you experienced in the past, love you thought was love, isn't the only way to love. There are a lot of different ways to love. So be open to all ways. Don't be just too fixated on one. But yeah, that is what I'm picking up here. I hope it resonated with you. And I do want to thank the guides for stepping through here to deliver this message. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group number 3. We are taking a look at messages from your spirit guides. So this card over here that we have is going to tell us about who the spirit guide is that is going to be coming through and delivering these messages. We'll be taking a look at what this message is about, and then we'll move on to the message. So let's take a look at who the spirit guide is that is coming through for you today. We have Seer. See beyond the current situation. Okay, right away I feel that this spirit guide does have a physical body. For the other two groups, I did not sense that. For you guys, I'm sensing it quite strongly. This is someone that is guiding you energetically, spiritually, and in a physical form. So this could be a tarot reader. This could be a guide. This could be a professor. This could be a boss. This could not a boss, but I'm sensing someone quite wise, quite like they want your highest good. They're not connected to you personally, like they don't know everything that's happening in your life. They're on the outside, somewhat on the outside, but they are still supporting you. Now, spiritually, this energy is supporting you throughout your life, but when it comes to your human body in the physical realm, this spirit guide for some of you have already come in. For others of you, they will be coming in. But in this lifetime, this spirit guide will be physically connected to you. Yeah, you will meet this person, you will talk to this person, you will feel guided by this person in some way, supported by this person. Yeah. For some of you, this is a masculine. For others of you, this is a feminine in their human body. But yeah. Let's see who this person is actually. I'm quite curious. I didn't do that for other groups, but I feel... Who is this spirit guide? Spirit for who are you? Who is the spirit guide in the human body for group number 3? 9 of Cups. This is a spirit guide that you will see they've accomplished a lot in their life. They have they're very happy. Like you don't know of any pain this person's gone through. Maybe they haven't shared it with you, but how you see them is someone that has accomplished a lot, that is a very happy person, very satisfied person, very content individual as well, and very confident. This person's also well off, so they're not someone that is struggling financially or anything. They seem put together. That's one of the things about the spirit guide. Let's see what this message is about. Why is the spirit guide coming through here? What is the message for group number 3? For group number 1 and 2, they both received the same chit. So their message is about the same thing. Let's see what for you. Your message is about your environment. This could be where you live. This could be the people you surround yourself with. But your environment. Something about your environment. What is this message here, Spirit? Let's get some oracle cards for you first. Your reading is going a little bit differently than the other groups, but everything happens for a reason, right? Environment, group number 3. What is going on with their environment? Group number 3's environment. What is going on here? We have the masculine. And we have new beginnings. Or no, new moon beginnings. Okay, so it seems like action is quite needed when it comes to your current situation in life. We have a lot of new chapters starting, and it seems like you're going to be the one initiating these new beginnings. This is the time for you to be taking action towards releasing what no longer serves you, saying no to connections, saying no to people, saying no to opportunities and situations that you think are limiting you and holding you back. Your courage at this time will lead to a lot of new doors opening, and they're meant to be opening. There is something that's already planned for you, is what I'm sensing. Like your life up ahead, there is something destined for you that is coming in that is quite new, but it feels like in order to get through that door right now, you need to be shutting certain doors, and you need to have the courage to do so. This feels very intuitive. This doesn't feel like intuition, intuitive energy. That's more feminine, and we have the masculine coming out, but I still feel these actions that you're taking, as the masculine card is representing, you're taking because you're having those intuitive feelings. The future ahead may not be clear. You might not be able to see exactly how things will play out, but you need to be really trusting your gut feeling, because your gut feeling will tell you that you're on track, even if you're not able to see it happening. This is almost like the energy of you feeling like you need to quit your job because you're not happy. Even though you don't have a job lined up, you feel like you need to quit your job. This could be the energy of you feel like you need to move even though you don't quite know or where you're gonna move, and you don't know a lot about the area, and people might be like, why? You need to figure things out. This is not the right time, blah blah blah. You feel like it needs to happen. This energy is basically pushing you to follow those intuitive feelings, because there is something that is already destined for you. You're just meant to be ending up there, and when you end up there, that's gonna be up to you, right? So that's what I'm feeling right now. New opportunities are coming in. You're feeling like you need to be taking action, and you do, which is leading to a lot of different changes in your environment. What is the message, Spirit Guide? What is the message for number 3? We have the Queen of Cups coming out. Let's get 2 more cards. What is the message for group number 3? Okay, 4 cards came out. We have 4 of Pentacles. We have Lovers. And we have Page of Pentacles. They're asking you to not hold back or hold on to what's comfortable at this time. It seems like you're the kind of person, you're very sentimental, you get emotionally attached to certain things, but this is not the time to be attached to those things, because they're really going to hold you back. It is really time to let go of what's comfortable in order to get to your destination, in order to get to what is meant for you, because things that are meant for you will always be better than where you currently are or where you're comfortable. And yes, it may take time for you to get comfortable to these new things, but once you are comfortable there, you're going to be a lot more satisfied in life. It seems like the moment you let go of your comfort, the moment you let go of these things that are familiar, that feel sentimental to you, with this Lovers here, your path is really going to get in alignment with something that is really for you. This is right relationships, right career, a right version of you that you're going to be connecting with. With the Page of Pentacles, there is a lot. Be hopeful. Your spirit guide is saying be hopeful. Trust. Not everything is going to fail in your life. Not everything is not going to work out in your life. This is time to really have trust on your path, trust in your future. There are good things ahead, and they're really wanting you to open yourself up to the possibilities of things being really, really good in your life, because they will be. Your emotions, channel your emotions the right way. Channel your emotions towards positivity when it comes to you looking at your future, not negativity. We have Nine of Cups coming out here. And this was the card that came out to describe your spirit guide as well. I do feel that if you don't already know this spirit guide in their physical body, in their physical form, you will meet this person moving forward as you make changes and as you align with this path that is destined for you. You're meant to be, you're destined to meet this spirit guide as well in their physical form, and you will do so. But I am sensing a lot of personal fulfillment, a lot of satisfaction on this new path for you if you were to make these changes. This could also be leaving certain relationships, or yeah, this could be anything that you kind of are comfortable in, but there's a part of you that's pulling you elsewhere. You are really being led to go where it's pulling you, because there is a lot more fulfillment up ahead for you. Book number 3. What message you have, spirit guide? Okay. So Queen of Swords and the High Priestess. These cards are saying make decisions that lead you towards mystery and uncertainty. Make those decisions even if you're not able to see the clear path ahead, and have trust in those decisions. It's almost, I know this is such a difficult energy to embrace, because we all want certainty, we all want a sense of stability, we want routine, and this message is leading you all in the opposite direction of it. It's leading you towards uncertainty, it's leading you towards being confident in decisions that you're not confident in, and it's leading you towards like mystery, the darkness. Not necessarily the darkness, but what I mean is like you're not able to see through it. And with the High Priestess, this is your intuition coming through here. They're saying make decisions with your intuition, not with what you are comfortable with, more so with what you're feeling pulled to do. This whole message is about the same thing here. Go towards the uncertainty, follow your intuition, because there is a new path ahead. What is this new path about, spirit guide? What can you tell us about this new path? We have Seven of Cups coming out, and then we have Queen of Wands. This new path is going to really lead you towards power. It's going to lead you towards enchantment is what I'm hearing. But Seven of Cups, there are so many new things waiting for you. There are new opportunities, new connections, a lot to figure out. I'm almost feeling like it's like when you move, you have a lot of furniture to put around. You need to unbox certain things. Like there's so much waiting, and with the Queen of Wands, you're gonna feel so excited for all of it. Queen of Wands is a very creative energy. It's a very spiritual energy. It's a very optimistic, very social energy, and I feel like personally for me, when I was the happiest, I was in this energy. A lot of creativity, a lot of people around you that support you, and this is where you're headed. And this is a whole new environment. I feel like you're going to be bonding with people that are really going to cheer you on, that are really going to be like, you're going to be invested in them, they're going to be invested in you. You're going to find yourself working somewhere where you're really, really committed. You're going to find certain hobbies. Some of you already have those hobbies. They're just going to be strengthening, and you're just going to feel in your spirit. And this is all going to happen if you are to listen to your intuition. So this whole message, your spirit guide is wanting you to trust your future, trust your path. You are solid, you are protected, and if you were to listen to your intuition, you will not regret it. But that is all I'm picking up here from this message. I hope it resonated. If it did, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.